Welcome back everyone to Mona's Take. I am your host Mona Rose, and we are here to talk about everything reality TV. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything I've got coming up. I want to thank you all my new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. People are acting on a whole nother level on that. Can't wait to see that karma train coming through. Choo-choo. Mood of the day. Really? You gotta give us more credit than that. Some people, buckle up, buttercup. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Alright, coming back from Tribal Council, let's get right into it. I thought there would be a whole lot more talk going on about last week's Tribal Councils, where Roxroy was voted out, Tori was voted out, and the whole race debate came up. So I thought we'd have a whole lot of conversation when we came back to Tribal Council. That didn't happen. Or we didn't get to see it. Again, I think this is a product of the shortened season. I don't think we get to see everything. You know there had to have been some talk when they got back. The only thing we saw was the guys coming back and Mike talking about how he didn't want to vote out Roxroy, but everybody else was voting him out, and Hy had told him that, and so he didn't want to be on the other side of the vote. He wanted to stick with Hy. Hy was his ride or die, but he didn't like doing Hy's dirty work, and he's telling all this to Omar, and Omar's like, well, I just see my end right there between the two of you where I can cause some problems and get Mike on my side and get him away from Hy. That's basically all we saw. When we saw the other ones coming back, everybody was cold, it was raining. We didn't see a whole lot of chatter about what had happened. And you know there had to have been some. So that's all we got from coming back from Tribal. The next day it shows that Lindsay's filling Omar in on Jonathan, how he acted, how he almost screwed everything up, how he wanted to have votes against both of the people who had the idols, Marianne, which was in their alliance, Andrea, and how he screwed everything up. So Omar sees his way in to get between Lindsay and Jonathan. Omar's paying attention. Lindsay's not happy with the way Jonathan treated her. He wouldn't listen to her. I said myself that I was kind of disappointed in the way that he acted because I didn't see him trying to come off as aggressive as he did. And with him already having a big target on his back, that was the stupidest thing he could have ever done, in my opinion. It shows them out looking for firewood and stuff, and they're actually looking for idols too. Lindsay had her hand on some type of advantage that was up in a tree. Didn't realize what it was, didn't pull it down. Like her hand was right up there in the crevice. Whether she touched it or not, I don't know. But she went on about her way. Well, Marianne came in and Marianne found it. And it was a hidden immunity idol. So now, once again, Marianne has a hidden immunity idol and an extra vote. She said she's not telling anybody about this immunity idol. She's keeping this a secret. She's not telling anybody. Which, if that's the case and she can hold true, that'll be a good one for her. The rewards challenge. This is the challenge where they have to take a stick that has a little pad on it that has a sandbag on it, and they have to go through obstacles, get to the end, put it in the hole, and then take their sandbag and toss it on that until it sticks. I really thought Jonathan was going to come out ahead on this one because he was ahead right off the bat, but it didn't happen. The reward challenge was to go back to the sanctuary, be dry, have hot pizza, cold beer, and have pillows and blankets and get a good night's sleep. So Lindsay wins the rewards challenge. And she's allowed to take 2 people with her. And she said that her strategy is she's taking people who have not had any kind of reward challenges, which were Mike and Omar. It's pouring down rain. Everybody's cold. Everybody's freezing. So that was the perfect night for them to get away from camp and actually get a good night's sleep, get warm. They get there. They're having pizza and beer. And then all of a sudden they start hearing like these mumbled voices. And they start looking around. And it's pictures of them. They not only got pictures from home, but they got a video from home, all 3 of them. Which was a pretty awesome reward challenge considering they have 8 days left there. For us, that's what, maybe 6 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that left of it. So for them to have that type of challenge the last 8 days there, I think it just resets them. It got good because Omar told Mike that Hy was saying that Mike was his puppet and that he could get Mike to do whatever he wanted him to do. Now, of course, it wasn't true, but Mike believed every word of it. And it ticked Mike off. So Omar has found a way to get between Hy and Mike. Well, then Lindsay tells Omar and Mike about their 3-way ambulance and how it's her, Hy, and Drea that has it. So they're all looking at Hy cross-eyed now because he can't be trusted because he didn't tell, Mike's supposed to be his ride or die. He didn't tell Mike any of this. And Lindsay is torn. She's like, if we have a chance, we need to get out Jonathan because we may not have that chance again. And he's going to win challenges. And he's going to win immunity. And if we don't get him out now, we may not be able to. But in the same sense, she's like, I want Hy out. Because Hy has the ambulance. So right now, all that ambulance is an extra vote. However, if Hy gets voted out, and there's hers and Drea's left, it's still a vote. And then if one of them goes, it turns into an immunity idol. So she's like, well, we'll just wait till the immunity challenge and see what happens. She's like, and that'll determine whether we go Hy or whether we go Jonathan. And I really thought if Jonathan didn't win immunity, he was going to be the one going home, by the way everybody was talking. Omar wanted him out. Hy wanted him out. Mike even agreed. No, Mike didn't agree to take him out. Mike agreed with Hy to take him out. But that's because he was playing Hy. The immunity challenge was the one where they were on a beam and they had a wooden bow that had a handle underneath and they had a ball on it and they had to keep the ball balanced on that bow. And they did it in increments of, I think it was 5 minutes, to where they had to go down the balance beam till it got thinner and thinner. And again, for the second week in a row, it came down to Lindsay and Jonathan. Jonathan's got some mighty big feet, and he hung on as long as he could, but it wasn't long enough. Lindsay ended up winning immunity. And that's one that they better watch, because that's 2 episodes, 2 challenges now that she won. She won the rewards challenge and she won the immunity challenge. And if they don't watch Lindsay, she's going to start winning some of these challenges because she can be a beast. Hy wants Jonathan out. He's going around telling everybody he wants Jonathan out. Mike goes back and tells Jonathan, High's trying to get you out. He's trying to get everybody to vote you out tonight. Your name's on the chopping block. So everybody's on board to get out High. Well, then Omar is like, well, you know, if everybody's against High now, then maybe I can pull High in and get him on my side, and I can flip the vote. So he starts trying to flip the vote back to Jonathan. So at the time of tribal council, there was no clear view of who it was going to be. At one point, Jeff asked Lindsay what their vote was based on tonight, and she said balancing out the tribe and making it more fair. Well, Jonathan's eyes got really, really big because there ain't but one physical comp beast threat on there, and that's Jonathan. He's kind of looking cross-eyed at everybody. It comes down to the vote. Nobody uses their idols. Nobody uses their shot in the dark. No advantages, anything are used at tribal. But it comes out to Jonathan having 2 votes, and High had the rest of the votes. So High was the one that was voted out. Now, I was watching to see who the other person was that voted for Jonathan, because I knew High would. And that was Romeo. So Romeo is still on the bottom of the tribe. However, for the second or third week in a row, he's still there, even though he's on the bottom. So I think if he can keep riding it, he might be able to stay there a little bit longer. We see next week if what I was seeing was correct, that Omar, Lindsay, who are the other 2? I don't even think now they made a final 4. I have to go back and look. I think it was Omar, Lindsay, Drea, and Mike, but I'm not sure about that. I have to go back and look now. I know it was Omar and Lindsay, but I don't know who the other 2 were that were with them now. I've already forgotten. So we'll see that next week. Tell me what you think in the comments about the show tonight. Who's your number 1? Who do you think will be next? I still think that Drea is my number 1. I think that she's playing it very good game. She's playing good social. As far as competitions and stuff, she's doing well. She has a lot of advantages. So she's still my pick for number 1. But we'll see how that goes. How the weeks progress. So tell me what you think in the comments. And until next time, you guys have a great night and much love.